everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Daria, if you're new here, and in today's practice, we'll be exploring the relationship between control and connection. This was kind of inspired by watching Brene Brown's Atlas of the Heart series on HBO Max, and in that series, she talks about control being the near enemy to connection. And this really was an interesting concept to me, where control is this urge to create a fixed environment for ourselves so that things feel stable and so that we know what to expect, so that there's a sense of security. And connection actually requires the relinquishing of control so that we can find the flow, because connection really is all about fluidity and about an exchanging of energy. There has to be some movement to connection, I think. And so in this practice, that's the theme that we'll be working with. And all that you will need is yourself and someplace to move. And whenever you're ready, let's get started. We'll get started today from Sukhasana. So find your way to an easy seat and bring your palms to face up on your thighs. Let your eyes fall closed and start to relax your shoulders away from your ears. Feel as though the sides of your neck are elongating. Root your sitting bones deeply to the earth and stretch the crown of your head to the sky. Feel your spine as you start to breathe a little more deeply, in through the nose and out through the nose or the mouth. And just take a moment here to set an intention for your practice, an intention to find more connection to yourself, to your body, to your sensations, and to release the need for control. Control of the thoughts, control of how deep you might go into a posture, control of any outcome. And then notice as you start to let go of control, if you can begin to feel a little more relaxed into the present moments, relaxed into the flow, the constant flow of life, ever changing. Start to create fists with your hands. So squeeze all your fingers in tight toward the center of your palms and make the fists as contracted as possible. Take a big inhale here. Now, as you exhale, unclench your palms, allow them to soften, spread your fingers wide, and let go of something. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, create fists, pull the fingers in really tight to the center of your palms. Exhale, sigh out of your mouth, open your palms, release the clench, release the grip. One more time. Inhale, create fists. Exhale, release, soften, spread the palms of your hands. Stay with the palms open and start to feel any little tingly after effects of that gripping and then the release. Take 2 more breaths here, breathing fully into the low belly, through the ribs, all the way to the surface of the collarbones. And exhaling all of the breath out, letting go of every drop of air. One more inhale. And exhale. Blink your eyes open. As you inhale, circle your fingertips wide and then all the way up overhead. And then exhale, take your right hand to the left side of your head as you bow right ear down towards your shoulder. Stretch your left fingertips out to the side as though you're reaching for something that's on the ground just a little bit far away from you. Feel your head become heavy and breathe through the left side of your neck, combing away any tension. Inhale, come through center, lift the head, lift the fingertips. And then exhale, relax left ear toward left shoulder. Take the hand to the opposite side of your head and then reach your right fingertips off to the side. One more time, inhale, stretch the arms up overhead. This time, as you exhale, interlace your fingers and take the hands to the back of your skull. Let your chin drop down toward your chest and create a gentle press from hands to head, encouraging the back of the neck and the back of the throat to open. Keep the shoulders drawing away from your ears. Release the stretch, release the fingertips, and then find your way up to hands and knees, tabletop. And just as the palms softened before as we unclenched the fists, see if now you can spread the palms of your hands into the earth. And try to be really sensitive as you root the finger pads. Sensitive in that it's almost like you could kind of like taste the texture of the ground beneath you. Press your toenails into the mat, and now as you inhale, create a curve in your spine. So arching the low back, lifting the tip of your tailbone, spread your sitting bones, and then start to coil from the base of your heart forward through the front of your heart, all the way up through the gaze, cow pose. As you exhale, press down, round in, contract your torso and expand your back body, or contract your front body, expand your back body. Relax your head down, back of the neck is soft. Again, inhale to a cow pose. Exhale, press down, round and curl. Just let these feel really good, like a wash through the spine. Breathe in. And breathe out. One more like this. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Bring your forearms down to the mat and then come all the way to your belly. So slide the feet out and we'll meet in Sphinx. And here, create an active Sphinx so that the forearms are tractioning back towards your hips. Lift a little bit from the low belly to your heart, stretching the heart forward to the top of the mat. And just take a couple smooth, sweet breaths here to gently open into the front body. Notice if you're forcing anything or going into greater depth than is organic for your body right now. Take an inhale. Deep exhale, press into your palms and lift your elbows away from the earth. And now start to walk your hands in closer towards your hips. Any amount. It might just be a couple little baby steps with your handprints. Micro bend your elbows and then draw your shoulder blades together. Now imagine your heart like a spotlight that's shining forward and tilted just slightly on an angle up toward the sky. Big inhale. Exhale, release from body down toward the mat. Bring your palms beside your ribs. Curl your toes under at the back of your mat. Find your way through hands and knees and then lift all the way up and back to downward facing dog. Feel the flow of energy between your hands and your feet and the earth beneath you. And then feel all the connections between your body as well. So there's an energy, a magnetism that exists between your palms, like they're hugging the midline. And the same action occurs between the feet, almost as though you're trying to pull your mat together. The hands and the feet are pressing away from each other. And the heart is reaching back toward your thighs. Feel the energy line from the front of your heart to the tops of your thighs. Let's just wake up the body and wake up the spine with a few waves. As you breathe in, lift your heels, pull up the fronts of your thighs, hollow the low belly, the middle belly, and then press the front of your heart to the back of your heart as you come all the way forward to plank. As you exhale, little bend into the knees and the elbows and flow all the way back into your downward facing dog. dragging from the tip of your sacrum up and back. Inhale, round forward, high plank. Hug front body to back body. Exhale, lift your tailbone, widen your sitting bones, and then crawl up your spine as you reach your heart back toward your thighs. Take a couple more and try to just feel intuitively without going overly into an analytical focus on your alignment here. Just really feel the movement expressing, feel the flow. Ride the waves of your own breath. It's okay if it doesn't match mine. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Press down into your left toes, and on your next inhalation, reach your right leg high, three-legged down dog. From here, stack the right hip over the left one and begin to make big circles into the hips. And let these circles be whatever you need them to be. And go in both directions and continue to plug the left big toe straight down into the mat. Breathe in, square your hips, reach your right toes high. As you breathe out, lift the left heel, hug your right knee in towards your chest, gaze forward, and then step right foot all the way down to the top of your mat. Right away, press into the right foot, reach your fingertips a little bit forward, anchor them, and float your left leg high to a standing L. Now here, stretch out through your spine, back through left toes, forward through crown of head. Inhale. Exhale, left foot steps down beside the right, hips distance apart with the feet, and fold in. Take an inhale to a halfway lift. Stick your butt a little bit back as you pull the heart forward, and then exhale, fold down. Inhale, press through your feet, rise all the way up to stand, circle your fingertips up high to the sky. And then exhale, palms meet in prayer at heart center. Close your eyes. Feel all the spaces where there's flow, even in stillness. And we can always find flow through the breath, the ebb of the inhale and the release of the exhale, like these waves through the body. Feel the energy that moves between your two hands and between your 2 feet and the earth. Blink your eyes open, release the palms beside you. Inhale, fingertips widen, and then stretch all the way up to the sky. As you exhale, reach forward with the left arm, reach back with the right one. Keep your hips square to the top of the mat. Lift out of the lines of your waist, and then pivot the left ribs toward the right ribs. Gaze back over right fingertips. Inhale, windmill your arms all the way back up overhead. Exhale, take a big dive down to a forward fold. Inhale, standing L. Stretch the left leg back behind you, right toes plug down. Exhale, bend your right knee and step your left foot to the back of your mat. Plant your palms, shift your hips back in space, press down, hover the right foot, and then glide it all the way up and back. 2 three-legged down dog. Breathe in here. And then as you breathe out, softly land the right foot down beside the left. Inhale, left leg rises, 3-legged down dog. As you exhale, stack the left hip, bend the knee. Make some circles. And continue to draw the left heel in close to your butt, close to the sitting bone. You can reverse the circles as you're ready. Then square your hips, breathe in, reach the left toes high. As you exhale, right heel lifts, hug left knee in tight to your chest. Keep your hips a little high as you transition and step the left foot all the way forward to the thumb. Come up onto fingertips, walk the fingers more forward of the left toes, press down and launch the right leg up, standing L. Roll your shoulders down your back, reach your heart forward as you breathe in. As you breathe out, step right foot down beside left. Inhale, halfway lift, iron it out. Exhale, just fold. Inhale, the feet root, rise up high to stand, arms circle toward the sky. This time, as you exhale, right fingertips reach forward, left fingertips go back. From your waistline down, it's almost like you're revolving toward the right, and then from your waistline up, you're revolving toward the left. You can turn the gaze back over left fingertips. Breathe in, rise the arms up overhead. Breathe out, forward fold, dive down. Inhale, simultaneously find halfway lift in the spine and stretch your right toes to the back of the mat. As you exhale, bend your left knee, step right toes back. Plant your palms and then glide your hips a little bit back in space. Press straight down and float the left leg all the way through and back to three-legged down dog. Breathe in here. As you breathe out, step the left foot down beside the right. Finding your way back to downward facing dog. Take a few fluid breaths here through the spine. Calming breath up and down the backs of your hamstrings. Check for unnecessary gripping, anywhere that tension migrates. Tension often is an attempt to control gravity or to resist an experience of intensity. So keep scanning for these places where we add tension to our experience and to our bodies. Root the left toes. Inhale, stretch your right leg high, stack your hip, bend your knee. This time, instead of circles, micro bend the left knee. Keep right armpit spiraling down, and then see how far you can stretch your right toes toward the left side of the mat. Take one more breath in here. Press your heart back toward the left thigh. Then square your hips, lift the right toes and the left heel. And as you exhale, hug right knee in all the way toward your chest. Softly step right foot down to your thumb. And this time, come up onto your fingertips and pivot your left heel down to the earth so the knife edge anchors. Right fingertips can stay stepped outside of your foot. And as you inhale, sweep the left arm all the way up overhead into your extended side angle. Breathe in. Now, as you breathe out, press straight down through your feet. Use your core and rise into Warrior Two. Let your foundation settle. Sink your hips. Feel your feet. Feel your breath. Inhale, reverse warrior. Left hand down to the back of your right thigh or maybe the outer shin. Left hand down to the back of left thigh. Cinch in at the waist. Send more air up into your heart and then begin to lean up and back. Keep a deep bend into your right knee. Inhale here. Good. As you exhale, rise all the way up to stand, and as you do so, stretch your right leg towards straight. Spin the right toes to point forward. Keep a wide stance in the feet. Press into the knife edges of both feet. Breathe in, reach your heart high, and then breathe out. Find a wide-legged forward fold. Bow down over your thighs. Take a moment here to settle, to release, to relax the spine. Bend deeply into your right knee, and then deeply into the left knee. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, pivot to face toward the original back of the mat. Bend deeply into the left knee and glide your right toes back behind you. Feet are hips distance apart. Front knee is stacked over the ankle. Inhale, press into your big toes. Hug your inner thighs. Rise your arms up. High crescent lunge. As you exhale, circle the left hand down to the back of your right thigh. Then pull up the pelvic floor like it's lifting all the way towards your heart, and begin to lean into your back body as you reach the right fingertips high and follow them with your gaze, exalted warrior. One more big inhale, stretch your front body. Exhale, circle your palms back down to the mats. Press into the left foot. Inhale, right toes float up and back behind you, standing L. And exhale to fold forward, feet hips distance apart. Bend your knees. sink weight into your heels. And then as you breathe in, reach your arms up, chair pose. Now cactus your elbows, hug the back of your heart with your shoulder blades, lift a little higher. And then as you exhale, keep the deep bend in your knees, just contract your core, pull belly button to spine, and stretch the fingertips forward, making waves through the spine in chair. Inhale, arch your back, stick your butt out, stretch your heart high, and exhale, draw in through the core, reach the fingertips forward. One more time, inhale, and exhale. Press through the feet, rise all the way up to stand, reach your arms high to the sky. And now as you exhale, fold forward. Root your right toes, breathe in, stretch your left leg long and back behind you. As you exhale, bend the right knee, step the left toes to the back of the mat. Plant your palms to frame the right foot. Lift your hips up and back in space. Press down and float right leg all the way back to three-legged down dog. If that transition is a little tricky, no problem. You can step first to down dog, then lift the leg high. Inhale here. Now, as you exhale, lift your left heel. Come forward. Keep your right leg high in the sky. Shift the shoulders over the wrist, claw into your fingertips, and take a lower down into Chaturanga Dandasana, keeping the leg lifted. Now, as you inhale, drop the top of your right foot down, press your toenails down, untuck the left toes, and stretch your heart forward, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your left leg high, three-legged down dog. Stack your hip, bend your knee, and now stretch your left toes as far to the right as they'll go, while keeping your heart pivoting straight down toward the earth. Micro bend into your right knee, stretch out. And then square your hips. Inhale, kick the left leg high. Exhale, right heel lifts, hug left knee in toward your chest, gaze forward, step forward. Come onto fingertips and spin your back heel down so that the knife edge of your foot becomes parallel to the back of your mat. Keep the left fingertips rooted, maybe on a block. And as you inhale, right arm stretches up toward the sky. Contract a little into the left side body, expand the right. Breathe in. As you breathe out, press straight down into your feet, hug your inner thighs together, and rise into Warrior Two. Gaze is soft over the left fingertips. Notice if there's any aspect of what you're experiencing that you're attempting to fix or to send into a more controlled, fixed state. See if you can soften around the edges of that urge and just allow your breath to flow. Inhale, right palm down to the back of your thigh. Left fingertips stretch up to the sky. Hug in at the waist and lift your heart. Little pivot of your heart toward the sky. Plug your left shoulder down into your body. One more big inhale, stretch, stretch, stretch. As you exhale, hug your legs together. Rise up to stand, drawing the left leg towards straight, arms widen, and then pivot your left toes to face in the same direction as the right ones. Breathe in, lift the heart. Breathe out, dive down, wide-legged forward fold. Full surrender of your spine. Imagine yourself like a waterfall, effortlessly cascading forward. Inhale into a halfway lift. Now, as you exhale, pivot to face the original top of your mat once again. Right foot roots, left toes glide back behind you. The feet are like train tracks. As you inhale, press straight down, hug in through your core, and rise your fingertips up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, exalted warrior. Right hand finds the back of left thigh. There's a lift and then a leaning back. Stabilize by pulling your feet toward the midline and by pressing into your big toes. Only lean back to a space that feels good. Big breath in. As you exhale, all 10 fingertips find the earth. Step them a little forward of the right toes. Press into your right foot and then lift the left leg up, standing L. Breathe in. As you breathe out, fold down, feet hips distance apart, parallel at the top of your mat. Sink deeply into the knees, weighting the heels. And as you breathe in, stretch your fingertips up toward the sky. Then reach back with your tailbone, forward with your heart, cactus your elbows. And on the exhale, round your spine in. It's like your tailbone is tucking a little forward. Staying low in the seat the whole time. Inhale, wave through your spine. And exhale, pull in through the core. Let go of any controlled idea of what this should look like. And just move. One more breath in. And breathe out. Press through your feet, ripple through your spine, rise all the way up to stand, float the arms high. And exhale, dive down into a forward fold. Inhale, left foot stays rooted, right leg stretches long and back behind you. And then as you exhale, just bend into the left knee, step your right toes to the back of the mat. Place your palms, shift your hips back, left leg draws toward straight. Press into the earth, round your spine, hollow your core, float the left leg all the way up and back to three-legged down dog. Once you arrive, breathe in here, stretch your toes higher. And then breathe out, lift the right heel, shift forward, coming into chaturanga, but keep the left leg high as you go. Shoulders over wrists, lower halfway down. Press the tops of your feet into the earth. Breathe in, lift your heart up, dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a sigh, clearing exhale of any kind. Reconnect to the flow of your breath. We'll go one more round on each side through this little sequence and try, if you can, to let go of any concepts of controlling the movement or controlling the experience. Let it all flow. Let it be seamless and effortless. Inhale, right leg rises, three-legged down dog. Stack the hip, bend the knee, and stretch your right toes as far to the left as they'll go. Inhale, square your hips, kick high. Exhale, step forward, right foot, right thumb. Left heel spins down. Breathe in, plant the right fingertips, and peel your torso open, left arm to the sky. Breathe out, press through your feet, rise up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, draw in at the waist, puff up through your heart, right shoulder slides down your back, stretch past the fingertips. And exhale, hug your legs together, right leg towards straight, spin your toes to face forward so the knife edges of your feet are aligned with the short edges of your mat. Inhale, exhale, bow down, wide-legged forward fold. Right away, inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, pivot to face the back of your mat. Left foot forward, right foot back into a lunge. Breathe in, press down, rise up, high crescent lunge. As you exhale, left palm down to the back of your right thigh. The next inhale elongates the spine. And then the exhale, lean into your back body. Feel the shoulder blades supporting your heart as you lift your eyes. One more breath in. In one exhale, fingertips down and forward of the left foot. Launch your right leg up, standing L. And then step down, right foot beside the left, folding in. Inhale, sink your hips, ripple through your spine, arch your back, lift the arms, cactus the elbows. Exhale, draw in through the core, tuck your tailbone under, reach the fingertips forward. Two more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Press down, rise up to stand, reach for the sky. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, standing L, left foot stretches back, right foot stays rooted, drag back on your fingertips. Exhale, bend your right knee, step your left toes to the back of your mat. Bring the palms to frame your right foot. As you shift the hips back in space, breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, press down, right leg floats all the way up and back to three-legged down dog. Inhale, lift your left heel. Come forward with your torso. Keep the right leg high. Shoulders move in front of the wrist. Claw your mat. Lower chaturanga dandasana. Untuck both sets of toes. Press the toenails down, stretch your heart. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, stack your hip, bend your knee. Inhale, extend through your toes. Exhale, come forward, left foot all the way through to the top of the mat. Coming onto fingertips, align your feet like warrior two. Back heel spins down, and then breathe in, open up, extended side angle. Breathe out, press down, rise to stand. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Lift up and out of your side bodies. Grow space between all the ribs on the left side. And then as you exhale, pull your feet together, rise to stand. Spin the left toes to point forward. Inhale. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift like you're taking an iron to your spine, stretching it out. And then exhale, pivot to face the top of the mat. Right foot forward, left foot glides back. Inhale, press through your feet, rise up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, right hand back of left thigh. Stretch your front body and lean back into exalted warrior. Big breath in. Exhale, one breath, fingertips down. Float the left toes away from the mat, standing L. Inhale, elongate. And exhale, feet come down parallel to each other at the top of your mat. Inhale, chair, sink low, reach high. Then create the curves through your spine. The back is arching. And on the exhale, the spine is rounding. Two more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Press down, shift your hips forward, reach your heart and your fingertips high, and exhale, dive down into a forward fold. Fingertips root, breathe in, standing L, right, toes stretch back. Breathe out, bend your left knee, step the back foot to the back of the mat, plant your palms, lift your hips up and back, press down and float left leg through to three-legged down dog, or however that transition works for you. Inhale, lift your right heel, come forward, keep the left leg floating high, high, high as you take your chaturanga. Untuck your toes, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. Again, like that. This time, as you inhale, imagine that your whole body is clenching like a fist. And with an open mouth exhale, it's like you're relaxing the palms and the fingers, just like we did at the beginning of the practice, but feel that relaxation flow through the whole body. Let's do one more like that. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale, sigh, let it all go. Sink your knees down to the mat and come all the way forward to Sphinx. So drop the belly, elbows down. Elbows can be just a little bit forward of the shoulders. And from here, kick your left heel in towards your sitting bone and then circle the left arm around to grab for the foot. You can grab from the outside or maybe grab from the inside, taking the heel of your hand right to where your toes connect with your foot, and then possibly spin your fingertips to point in the same direction as the toes. Big breaths. Try not to control the sensations as they arise. Just stay connected to what you're feeling in reality rather than any stories or thoughts that are spiraling. You can stay on the elbow or maybe press the right palm down, lift the elbow, and intensify the sensation of the stretch. We'll take a couple more breaths here. See how much you can relax and unravel all the threads of the left quad. Release the grip of your foot and lower back down to the elbows if you lift it. Kick your right heel in and reach to grab for the foot wherever is accessible to you. Possibly spin the fingertips forward to point in the same direction as your toes. Try to keep the heel hugging in straight toward your sitting bone rather than allowing it to wing out to the side. Find a little lift through your low belly. Stay or press into the left palm and rise up. One more breath in. As you breathe out, gently release all the way down. Come down all the way to your belly. Bring your palms beside your ribs. Press the tops of your feet into the earth. Hug your shoulder blades together and then press down and lift your heart and your belly. Little cobra here. Feel from the middle back that your heart's reaching forward, like the base of your heart is being pulled to the top of the mat. One more big inhale, stretch it all out. And then as you exhale, come down one layer at a time. Press into your right palm and just glide your left arm through and under, rolling onto your back. Or if you'd like to come up to a seat first and then make your way to your back, you could do that as well. And then hug your knees in tight toward your chest. We're gonna play with a little bit of contracting and then expanding just to close the practice. So find your way into a really tight ball, squeezing the knees in towards your chest. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Point your toes, clench your face. And then as you breathe out, let everything drop and expand. Finding a temporary Shavasana, toes to the corners of the mat, arms wide. Feel that release. Let's do that again. Pull the knees in toward your chest. Wrap the forearms around the shins. Create fists with your hands this time. Really, really squeeze every muscle in your body active. Inhale. Exhale, let everything drop. Do the exact opposite. Let go of all control. Surrender to gravity. One more time. Squeeze yourself in. Contract. Inhale. Activate. Point your toes. And exhale, final release into Shavasana, corpse pose. Let your body and your mind fully surrender into the present moment. And see how connected you can feel to the earth beneath you, to the sky above you, to the flow of your consciousness and the flow of your sensations. And just stay resting in this sense of connection and in this relinquishing of control for a couple of minutes. You can stay here and continue to drop and release as long as you'd like. And when you're ready to come out, start to gradually deepen the breath. Find movement again in your fingers and your toes, just little baby flickers of movement. And stretch yourself out long like it's the first time you're waking up all day. Getting all the kinks out of the spine. Arms and legs reach away from each other. Breathe in here. Breathe out, lazy roll to fetal pose. Rest your head to your bicep, palms to the earth. And then press down and come up to a seat. Finding Sukhasana, where we began. Close the eyes, widen your knees, anchor your pelvis. Palms can face either up or down on your thighs, but wherever they are, check that they're soft and receptive and open. And now take a few final moments here to consider the relationship between control and connection as it manifests in your own life. Possibly how this might come up in your relationship to yourself or in your relationship to others, and in your relationship to the larger world around you. Draw your palms together at heart center and set an intention to cultivate connection over control as you move into the rest of your day or your nights. Breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the nose or the mouth. Lift the heart a little towards your brain and then tuck your chin in towards your chest. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. This idea of the relationship between connection and control has really been resonating for me, so I hope that you found something with this as well. Let me know in the comments below if you have thoughts. I would love to hear from you, as always. If you're not subscribed, you can do that down below as well. That really helps to support me and my channel, and I hope that you have a really great rest of your day or your night. I'll see you soon. Bye.